Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be putting in the tail lights. So I got these tail lights off of eBay. I'll link them in the description if they're decent. Again, if they're not worth the crap, I probably won't link them, but we'll see. I think they're going to be decent. They had pretty good reviews, so we'll kind of see how these hook up. First thing I got to do is climb underneath the truck. I've got to get the wiring pulled back up in here. It's still not pulled. It's just kind of zip tied and hanging right there. So get the wires for both sides pulled in, and they should be pretty quick. There's not a lot to hold these tail lights in. They basically just clip into these two spots, and then you've got a couple screws here that hold them in place, and the one connector for the wiring. So pretty straightforward, pretty simple. We'll see how easy these go in and what they look like once I get them all put back or wired in. The other thing I'm curious about is if my rear brake light up there will work as well. If not, I'm gonna have to pull it back out and find out what's going on. I think the brake light works, but it doesn't have power for like the bed light and some of the other stuff. So I need to kind of mess with it and see what's going on, why I don't have power. I know this truck had some stuff done to it prior, like where they spliced in. It had some wiring here in the bed that was for like lights inside a camper shell and different things. So I kind of wonder if some of that might play a part in that, but not 100% sure what's going on with that. So again, it's cold out today, so I got it in here in the shop, but I'm gonna get these opened up. I will kind of show you what they look like when I get them out of the box here, and yeah, go from there. All right, so this is the passenger side, so it'll be the right side. Pretty decent looking tail light. I think those are gonna look good on the truck with the blacked out. They'll match kind of the rest of it. These are LED lights. They have the connectors here, just plug into the original headlight harnesses there. I need to double check. It did come with this little box here. I'm assuming that's probably for the turn signals. I'm not 100% sure. I'm gonna have to look at the directions. Maybe just need one. I'm not sure. I don't see another one. Yeah, there is another one with that one as well. So I'm assuming that's probably what allows the turn signals and stuff to work, where they're not flashing fast. That's kind of what I'm guessing, but we'll open this up and kind of see what the directions say here, but I'm assuming that's probably what that's for. Otherwise, your turn signals don't pull enough amps for your turn signal relay to kick them in and out. So especially, I think I'm probably gonna definitely need that because my front headlights are the same. Actually, no, my turn signals on this is the stock bulbs for the turn signals. Everything else is LED, but then I still need to wire in these other lights, the halos and some of that stuff with these. So I do plan to wire those up and have those on with like the running lights, but haven't done that yet. That'll probably be a spring project, or maybe here. We'll see what kind of time I have between getting the bumper built and getting the rear bumper and all that good stuff. But I'm gonna go ahead, get these wires pulled back up into the fenders, kind of show you the install and how this all hooks up, see what they look like. All right, so I got the wires pulled up here. It's pretty straightforward. You're gonna plug your turn signals into the lower one here, your brake light and stuff up. I might be backwards on that. Might be brake light on the bottom, but anyway, you're gonna take the black cord here, goes to the top. The other one goes here to the middle, and then this little box here, I'm gonna try to find a way to kind of fasten it in here, whether I use some, I might even screw it in here to the frame with a self-tapper, just here on the bed, on that flat spot, so it's not just flying around in there. But pretty straightforward. Then this mounts in, should work. Like I said, it's plug and play, so that's nice. So I'm gonna go ahead, see if I can get this little box mounted, and I'll try to show you guys kind of how I mounted it, give you an idea anyway, how to secure it in here. All right, I've kind of just got it setting up there right now. You guys can kind of get an idea of what it's gonna look like. Really happy with that tail light, looks really nice. I'll test them here in just a second, but I am gonna mount this. I'll show you on the other side. So on these, let's see if I can get this one out. So on these, you've got this little board in here. Let me open this up and I'll give you guys a little better All right, so you got this little board. It's got a fan in it to keep it cool, and it's got the vents on the backside. So I am basically gonna mount this just like that. Should be plenty of clearance there, and then there's enough opening there where it should pull air through and over the top of that board to keep it from getting hot. So I'm gonna put one little self tapper just at the top and then hook this up on both sides. And I think that'll be a decent place for it. And again, it'll allow it to actually pull some air over the top of it and keep everything cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these mounted and hook it up, and we'll show you what they look like. All right, guys, so I got the left one in, everything mounted. I've got my running light on and my turn signal there, you guys can see. Really don't have a good way of showing this by myself. The rest of the lights, like the reverse and everything. Let me shut the truck off here. But zoom out there. Gives you a pretty good view of what that taillight's gonna look like. Looks really nice. Some of the issues I've ran into already and I'm not super thrilled about. One, the mounting hardware they sent, none of the stock screws would fit in. So the stock, here's the stock screw. It will not tighten up in there. Those threads are way too tight there. And I tried forcing one, and yeah, I couldn't get it. So would not tighten down. So what I ended up doing is going to the hardware store, got some different clips, and I went and got some new Phillips screws as well. Mounted them on here. Ended up mounting these this way. So I've got a zip tie, and then I used some double stick Gorilla tape to mount those there. We'll see. Those might get warm, so I'm not sure how well that's going to hold up, but we'll see. So that's kind of where I mounted them. But the issue I've ran into on this one here, I got this all mounted and it wouldn't work. You guys can see one of those wires. So I don't know if you guys can see that clip, little white clip down in there. This actually goes in it and it pulled out. So this side here, I think that's just a turn signal, I believe is what that's going to, but I can't get this side to work. I'm gonna see if I can pull this apart or what I can do to get in there. Possibly fix it, because I really don't care to return them. I've already got them pretty much ready to go. So I'm gonna see if I can get that hooked back in, repin it or solder it, whatever I need to do. I think maybe I can get that whole clip maybe to pop out of there. I don't know how well you guys can see that there, but yeah, just right next to that green wire right there is where it's out. So I was really hoping to have this finished tonight, but I don't know that I'm going to. So I'm probably gonna pull the truck out and take this, see what I can do with it, and basically have it ready to pop that in. Shouldn't take a couple of minutes to get it put in there. So yeah, it's kind of where I'm at this evening. Again, a little frustrating, but hey, it is what it is. Again, buying aftermarket stuff. Like I said, these pieces here were a little bit frustrating. And the Gorilla tape I used to hold it in is this. So kind of been nice if they would have made those where they mounted, you know, somewhere on the light or had a different tab. These little tabs, to be honest, when I tried attaching the first one, I snapped it. That you can't really put much pressure on those. And the way that it bolts or attaches is kind of hard to get anything in here. So the first one, it actually snapped the little ear off. There isn't much there. So a little bit frustrating, but I mean, this taillight looks really good. The lighting portion of it's super bright. So I'm happy with all that. The reverse light looks great. Brake light, you can definitely see it. When I hit the brakes, you can see it light up. So yeah, it kind of is what it is there. So anyway, I'm gonna see if I can fix that one. And if I can't, then I will be seeing what I can do as far as being able to send it back or maybe get one replacement. I'm not real sure. Like I said, I really don't want to box all this back up and send it back, but I would rather than hopefully just get me one new light if I can't fix it and get it thrown on there. So I'm gonna put all this stuff away for tonight, see if I can fix that one. If I can't, yeah, we'll see what direction. So I'll be back probably in a couple days to finish this video. So a little frustrating. Again, I was really wanting to have these done. The bumper did show up today, so I'll be starting the bumper, but I was really wanting these on so I could, you know, drive it somewhat legally and actually have brake lights and turn signals again. So I do still have the stock ones I could throw them in, but I was really just wanting to get this put together and finished. So anyway, I'll come back in a couple of days and let you know what ends up happening. All right, guys, next day I was able to get the wires inside of here put together. It was kind of a pain in the butt, but to be honest, I don't think it was ever crimped. Once I got the pin pulled and everything out of that connector, I was able to crimp it. I actually put a little bit of solder on it and put it back together, and you guys can see it's working great. So that's the running light on, as well as the right turn signal. This one just has the running light on. So go over here. I've still got to put the screws in this side, but we'll kind of turn. And that's what they look like just on the truck. So super happy with them, outside of the couple issues that I talked about previously, but still, look at the light on this truck. They look great. So I'm really happy with go up here to the front. If you guys remember the headlights, they're super dirty, but it's a headlight I put in it, so they look decent with these. Again, these got the black insides. So I still need to wire in these lights along with these and these halos. So, and then I need to figure out how to adjust these. Right now, like the low beams are really low, so I need to figure out how to tip those up. It might be just as simple as the original adjustments in there, but I need to adjust them up a little bit because they are pretty low. So, but yeah, getting closer. Like I said, I did get the bumper in, so I've kind of got it set up. I need to get these front brackets cut off so I can line up the bolt holes for the new bumper and get that all kind of started, and hopefully it's supposed to be decent. So hopefully I can get all that knocked out. But anyway, that's what the taillights look like in the truck. So thanks for watching, and we will catch you all in the next video.